Hey guys, Ross here. Welcome to day 19 of my guitar road to glory. This week's weekly goal has been to learn the entirety of Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. Now, with each passing day, that seems to be a more and more daunting task, considering that the entirety of the song is 17 pages long, and yesterday we were working on pages 4 and 5. Now, that doesn't seem good for me. It seems like I'm going to have to do some form of forfeit at the end of the week. What that forfeit slash punishment is yet to be decided. But for today, let's just focus on the daily goal, which is to learn the next two pages of the song, pages 6 and 7. Okay, now, page 6 takes place on frets 1 through 10. We got the whole band together. So let's jump right into it. We start focusing on the B and G string, and the B string is on fret 10. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the G string is in fret 9. And then from there it moves, the B string moves to fret 8, and the G string moves to fret 7. And then they move back to 10 and 9. And then they move all the way down to 5. So let's try that first measure out. 10 and 9, 8 and 7, 10 and 9, 5 and 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still have to learn how to work all the frets, but definitely getting better. Alright, nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, back to 10, 9, and then all the way down to 5, 5. Alright, let's try that one more time. 10 and 9, 8 and 7, 10 and 9, 5 and 5. Alright, not too bad. Now let's move on to the next measure, and we now move up to the G and D string, and the G string is in fret 5, while the D string is fret 7. I'm muting. I see what I'm doing. Okay. I see what I was doing wrong. I was muting the string. But now I think I fixed the problem. Okay. Sounds good to me. So that's G and D in frets 5 and 7. And then we move the D string and to the 5th fret. And it's just the D string in the 5th fret. And then we move up to the A string. And that's in the 7th fret. And then we move back down to G and D, and they're in fret 5 and 3. Okay, not the best, but let's try it out. And then we'll put the two measures we learned together. So 5 and 7. Okay, and now just 5. Now just 7. And then 5 and 3. Okay, pretty good. We're going to take it very slow, but we're going to do the first line of page 6. 10 and 9 on the G and B string. 8 and 7. Back to 10 and 9. All the way down to 5. 5 and 7. Just 5. Just 7. And then 5 and 3. Okay, pretty difficult line. Definitely not one I see myself doing relatively fast anytime soon. But I'm going to move on to the next line now because it's our favorite line. We've only played it 100 times now. Okay, very good. We know how to play that line. So let's move on to the next line, which is something we've worked on already also, and it's definitely the easiest line in the entire song. Okay, so that's the third line, and now the fourth line. It's a little bit different, but it's kind of like a line we've learned previously. Okay, now let's take that again, this time a little bit slower and with some explanation. Okay, so we're on the E string and we play it 4 times in fret 5, 4 times in fret 3, 3 times in fret 3. And on the 4th time, we play fret 3 on the E string and fret 5 on the A string. And then we move down to fret 1 on the E string and fret 3 on the A string, play them together. And then back to 1, 2, and then 1 and 3 again. And then 5 and 3. And then 3. And then 5 and 3 again. Alright, so let's put the whole page 6 together, see if we can do it, and hopefully I knock it out on my first try. So frets 10 and 9. Alright, not the best first attempt. Let's take it again from the beginning. page 6. It's time to look at page 7. The first measure picks up in the 7th and 5th fret for the E and A string. So the E is in fret 5 and A in fret 7. And then it's just E on fret 5 twice, and then back to 5 and 7, and then down to 5 and 3, and then 3 2 times on E, and then back to 5 and 3, and then down to 3 and 1, and then 1 twice, and then 1 and 3, and then 5 and 3, and then 3 twice, and then 3 and 5, and then 7 and 5, and then 5 twice, and then 7 and 5 again, and then 5 and 3, and then 3 twice, and then 5 and 3 again. Now, I just realized that I went more than just the first measure. I did the entire first line. So instead of working on the first measure, let's just do the whole first line. Alright, now I took the first line and then did the next two measures on the second line, because if you didn't realize, there's a pattern that the notes play. So I did that. I did the first line and then the second two measures on the second line. So now let's pick up on the last measure of the second line of page 7. So we play open chord E, and then fret 1, 3, 0, 0, 3, 2, 0, 0. If that looks familiar to you and sounds familiar, it should, because we've only played this measure, I don't know, 100 times so far this week. And then, of course, if you're wondering what comes next, you're probably right in assuming it's okay. Well, that was terrible, but you know what I was trying to play. I'll do it again just because I feel obligated, because I've played it so much this week. It'd be a shame to play it like that. Okay, now let's take all of page 7 one more time, and then we'll put page 6 and 7 together and hopefully make it sound good. Okay, not the best attempt. There was a lot of mistakes. I kind of lost where I was, but it's okay. Now I'm going to try and put pages 6 and 7 together, and hopefully it will only take one try to pass the daily goal. Personally, I think it might take 2 or 3 tries, but let's see and give it a whirl. Okay, now to put pages 6 and 7 together, it's going to be very, very slow, but I think I can nail it on the first attempt. But with that in mind, every time I do say that, I always manage to mess up on the first note, but let's not try to do that this time. Okay, so pretty miserable first attempt. I'm going to try it again. Page 6 from the top. Here we go. Okay, pretty good. Not where I want it to be though. So I'm going to say that I did not meet my daily goal because I don't feel satisfied with how well I know it. I'm definitely not playing it at the speed it's supposed to be. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So with that in mind, I'm going to say first strike against me. If I get a strike tomorrow and the following day, then that is 3 strikes in a row, which means an additional punishment for this week. Now, as always, guys, if you have anything you need me to know, want me to see, something that would help me get better, good tips, tricks, advice, whatever you think I need to read, please drop it down below. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe. Till next time, guys.